Hello everybody. So today we will be going to learn about full life cycle implementation phases. This is very important for any SAP consultant, that what are the phases will be running in real-time environment in SAP. So there are total 5 phases in full life cycle implementation. What are they? They are: the first phase is project preparation, second phase is business blueprint, third phase is realization, fourth phase is final preparation, and fifth phase is go live and support. After this course, you'll be able to know what are the phases of project life cycle, and you'll also see what are the activities will be done in those phases. So the first phase is project preparation. In project preparation, we gather all the requirements from the client. Our team will work on all the requirements according to their business process. Like for example, functional consultants like FI, he will gather the inputs of all the FI requirements. SD consultants, SAP SD will gather all the inputs from sales and distribution. Likewise, all the functional modules, all the functional consultants will gather their respective requirements from the client. So basically in this phase, if you see in project preparation, we usually create a project planning. Then we create project procedures for that planning. Then we will design the project team training plan, like who are the team members will be involved in this. And then we kick off the meeting after the project preparation, which will proceed into the business blueprint phase, which is our second phase. So those you are going to learn in our further sessions. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello everyone. So as we have discussed in our last session about the first phase, which is project preparation. So today we will be going to see what activities will be done in business blueprint. Okay, so here basically in business blueprint, once we gather all the requirements in the first phase, when we plan, we create a project management plan, we create organization change management structure, we create the workflows and workshops, and we develop system environment here, what kind of landscape and which client used for what purpose, right? So basically here the scope of this business blueprint is we need to create a project structure which shows like what documentation delivered by SAP, right? What scenarios, what business processes we are going to use for the respective functional modules, right? We in the business blueprint, the functional consultants should know what documents from templates they are using for the project. Okay, so they will then assign the documents to the structure elements which they have created in the business process. Okay, so the functional consultants will then assign the transaction and programs to that structure elements in the business process. So likewise, these are the activities they will perform in the business blueprint planning. So they are not customizing anything, but this is only for making all the documents ready for the third phase, right? So here they will gather whatever the input they have gathered, they will make the workshops, they will explain all the training part, whatever they have made in this business blueprint to the client to know that they are going to do these kind of activities in the third phase. So we will see what activities the functional consultants and the basis consultants will be doing in the realization phase. Thank you so much. Bye. So as we seen in our last phase, we have discussed about business blueprint. So once the business blueprint phase is done, then we move to realization phase, which is the third phase in the implementation project. In this phase, during realization phase, your main focus is on solution design, like functional and technical. And also the main focus you should be on the RISEF development, which will be done by the ABAPers, and data conversion readiness, system configuration, unit test, and other end-to-end testing of the SAP system with final acceptance by the business. So the ultimate goal of this phase is to build, configure and test the SAP system and release it for go live. So when I talk about review of RISEF, then what the ABAPer will do in this, basically while reviewing the RISEF objects, most systems integrators may onboard RISEF development team, right? There will be more ABAPers according to the huge requirement, right? At the beginning of the realization phase. So development team has to deliver the RISEF objects within the timeline and effort that were estimated prior to beginning their work. It is very important that you have the application development lead and technical architects from your systems integrator review the estimate that were done at the end of blueprint phase and refine these numbers by working with the PMO and project leadership. So this is how one will review the RISEF objects. Then we need to also focus on ensure that the SI staffing model for realization phase matches with the work effort in estimations. Like SAP system configuration, RISEF development and testing work efforts is estimated by the SI followed by your approval at the end of blueprint. So manager PMO has to approve. Without the approval, your functional consultant cannot start doing customizing. So you have to make sure that the number of resources in each team matches with the effort required to complete the deliverables as per the RISEF estimates. So other teams such as PMO, basis team, OCM and training are duration based, and staffing of these work streams should match with the estimates provided by the SI at the start of the project. So what is the role of basis? So once the customization is done by the functional team, then the basis folks will import the transport from development to the quality, because in the realization phase, all the functional team will start working on the development box. So once they complete their task, they will store their information in the transport request number. That transport request number will be provided to basis consultant. Basis consultant will then import the transport number from development to quality for testing. So once it's imported, the test users will start doing the testings. So this is how the activities usually work in realization phase. In next phase, we will see about the final preparation. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello everybody. So as we have seen in our last slides about the phases of full life cycle implementation, we have seen what will be done in project preparation, what activities will be done in blueprint phase, and you have also seen what are the tasks will be done in realization phase. Okay, now coming to the fourth phase, which is final preparation. Here the production system is prepared using the changes from the realization and testing phases. Here certain activities need to be done directly in the production system as well. These are done during the final preparation phase. So basically the purpose of this final preparation phase is to complete the final preparation, including testing, user training, system management, and cutover activities to finalize the readiness to go live. The final preparation phase also serves to resolve all your critical open issues. Data collection and data loading activities done during this phase. Users are also trained during this phase. So on successful completion of this phase, one is ready to run the business on the productive environment. So what are the deliverables will happen in this phase? Like I said, user training, system management, detailed project planning for going live, cutover plan, and data loading. So on successful completion of this phase, you are ready to run your business in your live SAP system. So before I move to the next phase, I just want to highlight about the testing, what they do. The functional consultants do unit testing. This is usually done within each module. And integration testing is nothing but it is combined testing of the system after all the modules are integrated. Whereas user training and testing, nothing but with end users of each modules like FI, SD, HR are given training. So end user training document and user manuals are prepared. Okay, so these documents has to be signed off with the client. Then only the client will approve, and then you can proceed further. So during the cutover strategy, the master data and the transaction data from the legacy system will be integrated to the new SAP system with the help of certain tools. So this is how the activities will be done in this final preparation before going to go live. Hope you understood this. Thank you so much. Hello everybody. So now we will see about the last phase of our life cycle implementation in SAP. So you are aware of all the 4 phases like what we have learned. So now in this phase, the purpose of this phase is to cut over to live productive operation and to continuously support and improve the live operations. The go live and support phase consists of 2 distinct phases. First, the project is completed with a formal project closing. During this time, the system is used productively in day-to-day operation. All issues and problems get resolved. Transition to the production support team finalized. Knowledge transfer will be completed, and the project sign-off will be done. Subsequently, the continuous improvement phase begins, during which the production support team monitors the system and resolves live business process issues. And proper change management procedures are established, and ongoing end user training is conducted. And in this phase, plans are made to continuously review and improve business processes. So this is how the activity is done in this. So once those things are done, then these systems will be released for the end user. So then the end user from the client will start working on the systems. So unless and until the systems will be with the all the functional and consultant team. So this is how the phases runs in the full life cycle implementation. So every SAP basis consultant or any SAP consultant should know what are the phases, what are the activities will be going in each and every phases. Thank you so much for attending this session. Bye.